and welcome to Cinderful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the Grey. Today we have an Age of Sigmar battle report for you. I'm going to be playing with my Beasts of Chaos, I'm going to be using the Allherd sub-faction, and I'm going to be versing my mate Jed's Maggotkin of Nurgle, and boy oh boy is he bringing the meat to the game. We're going to be playing a 2,000 point match play game of Warhammer Age of Sigmar, and we're going to be playing the scenario Strength in Numbers. This is pretty much like what I believe, what was it called? The Better Part of Valor was in the previous edition, where you got points for holding your objectives for more time, and you try to burn them as sort of like a risk and reward style scenario. So say you managed to hold them for the whole game, you got 8 points, but you could burn them for points immediately and not letting your opponent get those objectives. And that's sort of how the game's played. It's this risk and reward. Can I hold it long enough? Should I hold it? Should I burn it? It's a really fun scenario. Anyway, let's get cracking in and let's check out those armies. Beasts of Chaos versus Maggotkin of Nurgle. Alright, so here we have our Beasts of Chaos army. We're going to be playing in the Allherd sub-faction, and our general is going to be the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth. He's going to have the Command Trait Dominator and the Artifact Blade of the Desecrator, both things which must be taken because we're playing in Allherd. And then he's going to have the spell Sundering Blades. We've then got our two Brave Shamans here. The one in the middle is going to have the Knowing Eye and Titanic Fury spell. And then the other Shaman is going to have Tendrils of Atrophy. And then we've got a Beast Lord as well. All those three characters are going to be in the Command Entourage Battalion. And then our General, the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth, 2 units of Bestigor, 3 units of Ungor will be in a Battle Regiment. We'll then have the 2 units of Dragon Ogres and the unit of Gore in the Hunters of the Heartlands. And the other 3 units will all be in their separate little unit slots. Army's going to come to 1,975 points. Meaning we're not going to get the triumph because the Nurgle army we're playing against is less points than us. Alrighty, and here we have our Maggotkin of Nurgle army. For starters, the general is going to be the Great Unclean One with the belt. He's going to have the Witherstave artifact, and he's also going to have the spell Favored Poxes. And then this one here is going to have Flaming Weapons, and then Rodigus over here will have Glorious Afflictions. And then we're going to have Hunters in the Heartlands, 3 units of Blight Kings, all in Hunters of the Heartlands. Then we're going to have one, the Great Unclean One, the General, and the 2 other units are going to be in a Battle Regiment, and these 2 Great Unclean Ones will hang out on their own. Army comes to 1,945 points, it's going to get a Triumph. And for the Triumph, for the Nurgle army, they're going to go Inspired, so they're going to get 1 use ability to give +1 a wound to a model. And then grand strategies for the armies, we're going to do Predator's Domain for the Beast of Chaos. I have to control more terrain features at the end of the game than my opponent. And then he's going to go with Beastmaster. One of his monsters must be alive at the end of the game. Probably likely with 3 Great Unclean Ones. As always, I'd love to give a shout out to Mithras Games, who provide us with our battle mats that we play the games of Warhammer Age of Sigmar on the channel. Go check them out. There's a link in the description of the video to Mithras Games. Alrighty, so here we are all deployed. Beasts of Chaos side, we have Ungor here with the Beast Lord and the Brave Shaman with the spell that affects the monsters with the Chimera right behind. Center of the battlefield, we've got our 2 units of 3 Dragon Ogres, the Shaggoth, Brave Shaman near the Herdstone with 10 Ungor getting ready to be sacrificed. Another 10 Ungor on this flank, and then the Jabba Slayer on the far side. On the other side of the table, Rodigus takes up one flank, Blight Kings and the Great Unclean One with the sword in the center there, and then we've got his general up on the Wizard's Tower, the Plague Bearers, then the Putrid Blight Lords and the Black Kings behind them on the flank. Maggotkin of Nurgle finished deploying first. They've chosen who to give the first turn to the Beasts of Chaos, so Beasts of Chaos, turn 1. Right, so start of Beasts of Chaos hero phase. First of all, the Knowing Eye on a 5+, I gain an extra command point. I do not. And then we're going to also sacrifice D3 Ungor here for 2. So it's going to remove 2 Ungor. And then we're going to get our 3 points for our primordial call points for the turn. And so start of the hero phase, heroic actions. We're going to get the Beast Lord here to generate a free command point. On a, which he does on a 4+. And then which one of your heroes is going to try and generate the command point?
The General.
General, 4+, he gets a command point to spend. He does as well. So we've both got the free command point for the turn. And then battle tactic for the turn for the Beast of Chaos. We're going to go with Ferocious Advance, picking these 3 units here to run and end near each other. Right, Magic Dragon Ogre Shoggoth is going to start. He's going to cast Mystic Shield. Goes off on a 9. So we're going to give Mystic Shield to this unit of Dragon Ogres here to give them +1 save. This Brave Shaman here is going to use Titanic Fury. So need a 7 to cast. We do not on a 3, fails to cast. And with that, he's not really got anything to cast, so we're not going to risk getting a miscast. So that's going to be it for the hero phase. We're actually going to spend a free command point as well that we've generated to get ourselves another primordial call point. And so, end of the Beast of Chaos movement, we brought on our 20 Gore and 20 Ungore on this flank next to Rodigus there. And then we've moved up the Javaslayer, we've got our 10 Ungore just moving in front of the objective. The Dragon Ogres move up in the center, everything stays near the Herdstone for sacrificing. Chimera, Shaman, the Ungore, and the Beast Lord, he ran, was trying to make a nice big run, should have taken the 6, silly me. And then we've got the Tunes of Bestigor coming in on that flank back there. So with that, time to get into some shooting. So Ungore Raiders here, all of them are in range of Rodigus, so we are 4s to hit, re-rolling 1s because we've got 20 models in the unit. Re-rolling the 1s to get us another hit. And then we are 4s to wounds. It's not bad. Take that. Alright, 4-up save from Rodigus. Failed a few of those. And then 5-up ward save afterwards. Oh wow, he's going to take 5 damage from the Ungore Raiders. Wow. So that's it for shooting. Into charges. The Gore here are going to charge. Need a 9 but get a reroll. That's a 6 rerollable. That's a 4 that's not going to make it. So the Gore fail their charge. The Javaslayer is going to try it. He needs a big 12 bomb, so no, 4. I got a double, not the right double. Right, so then we're going to try with this unit of Bestigor here, charging. Need a 9. Or 6. And then we're going to try with the other unit of Bestigor here. So 9. They got a 9. Cool. They're going to get in. So we end the charge here with the Bestigor, making sure the Black Kings are our closer units, so we're going to pile into them, and then we'll start attacking. Right, so piled into here, we've got one of them has to go into the Pascal Blight Lords, so we're 4s to hit, but we're going to use all-out attack, so we're 3s to hit. He's chosen to use all-out defense with his free command point from that general over here, so that means they're going to be +1 save the Black Kings. So onto the Blight Lords though, 4s to hit, well 3s to hit, sorry, and then 3s to wounds, 1 and -1 on the Blight Kings, Blight Lords, sorry. Saves. And then we'll go into the attacks against the others. Cool, so all the Bestigor into the Blight Kings then. 3s to hit. And then 3s to wounds against the Blight Kings. So 4-up saves on the Blight King, +1, -1. So what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to take 1 down, I believe. Yeah. Alright, so the Black King's attacking back. 3 to hit, wanting those 6s though. That's 4 6s and a lot of misses, so they'll miss. So it turns into 46. Go for it. Oh, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 dice for wounding. Alrighty, and 3s to wound. Alright, 4+ save on the Bestigors. Oh, that's not good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One of them is left alive. Oh. And cool, the Blight Lords attacking the remaining Bestigor. I think he's going to die. We'll just take him off. I think we don't need to roll that. And then that's going to be the end of the turn. And they went in, they killed a Black King and then died. I'm going to get my battle tactic, those 3 units. And then, so that's that. Right, so battle tactic for the turn. He's going to pick Monstrous Takeover. We're going to have this guy here just claiming the objective down below him. And then onto heroic actions, 2d6, trying to roll anything but an 11 or 12. And Rodigus is going to heal 7, so heals D3 wounds. For 1, Rodigus heals a wound. And then you've got your Blight King healing as well, so you're going to heal the wound done to the single Blight King. On a 4+. Yep. So that wound, don't need to roll the D3 because it just goes away. Cool. So start off, Rodriguez is going to use Deluge of Nurgle. Needs a 7 to cast. 7 goes off.
Cool.
All right. So 7 dice, 4 pluses. He gets to pick a unit to do D3 mortal wounds to. So 3 units must pick different units. They have to be visible to Rodriguez. All right, so he's going to pick the Jabberslayer, this unit of Dragon Ogres, and then the General. So Jabberslayer, D3 mortal wounds for 1. And then the unit of Dragon Ogres, D3 mortal wounds for 2. And then the General for D3 mortal wounds for 2. Rodriguez is going to put Mystic Shield on himself, 5 to cast. Goes off, so he's got Mystic Shield. And then he's going to heal his D3 wounds for the hero phase as well. So heals another wound. And then we're going to go on to the Great Unclean one in the center. So this guy's going to cast Flaming Weapons on a 4+. Goes off on an 8. We're going to try and stop that. So we're needing a 9 on dice. Nope, goes off. He's got +1 damage on his sword now. So he's going to take a wound to give himself +1 to cast. On a 6, he's now going to cast Plague Wind. Goes off on a 7. I'm going to let that one through. You can have Plague Wind. D3 mortal wounds. 1 more mortal wound to the Jabberslayer. And then he's done. So then we go on to the last Great Unclean one. All right, so the other Great Unclean one, he's going to do Arcane Bolt. 5 goes off. I'm going to try and stop it. And so that is stopped. No Arcane Bolt for you. So he's not going to cast his second spell. We've got nothing else really to cast. So onto movement. We'll go into all of that and we'll come back after it's done.
Add 1 to attack.
Cool. One last thing for the hero phase. This Great Unclean one's going to use Grandfather's Joy. All units wholly within 21 inch of him are going to get +1 attack if they're Nurgle demons. So after that, let's get into the movement and we'll come back after all of it's done. Alrighty, so movement. Rodriguez has moved up. We've got the Great Unclean one with the sword moving up in the center. Blight Kings as well. The other Great Unclean one, he's come down from his perch higher top there. We've got the Plague Bearer just sitting cool back with him. Blight Kings move on the objective and the Blight Lords move out on the flank ready to attack the Bestigor. Now it's time for some shooting. Right, so he's going to vomit on the Jabberslayer D6 attacks for 6. 3s to hit. And 2s to wound. So all at -2. 6 up save on the Jabberslayer. Passed none. They're all damaged 1. So he takes another 3. Taken 5. Alrighty, that's it, because he's out of range for shooting. So charges. Who's charging first?
Can charge these guys into...
Yep. So anything but a double 1. No, that is a 10. They're in. Move them over. So the Great Unclean one charging.
Let me just have a look.
Where's he going to charge off to?
I'm trying to charge these guys.
So charging. 5. And Rodriguez is going to charge as well. Oh, just. Alright, so Rodriguez is going to stomp on a 2+. He does D3 mortal wounds. Yep, so D3 mortal wounds to the gore for 3. And then both our monsters here are going to use Titanic Duel. That's going to be the end of the charge phase, so let's go into combat. Who's fighting first?
We'll go Rodriguez.
Not
yeah.
Rodriguez. Yeah. The other Great Unclean one with the sword. Remembering, he's got +1 damage and +1 attack. Alright, so starting with his massive bar sword, he's got 4 attacks now, hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. 2. Negative for these. So this is going to be 6 up saves. Saved 1, but that's still 4 damage. Alright, so his second weapon profile is the...
Bile blade.
The little bile blade he's got. Cool. What does he need to hit?
Hit
2s.
Yeah, 2s. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, except for that one.
And 3s to wound. 2. Negs.
Neg 1, damage 1.
Cool. 5 ups. He's going to die, but we've got to roll the rest of your attacks because I'll have exploding acid blood. So the host of Nurglings.
Yep. 4.
So, yep. 3 hits. And what does he need to wound? 5 to wound. 1. And then I've got my basic 4-up save against this one, which I fail. So now we're going to roll 7 dice. Every 4+ is a mortal wound back to you as I explode in bile. 4 mortal wounds, to which you get 4 5-up ward saves. Take 2. Right, so Bestigor piling in. We've got 4 of them in, so 4 of them have attacks. We're going to spend a command point to give ourselves all-out attack, so we're hitting on 3s. That was terrible. And wounding on 3s. That was even worse. 1 -1.
So 5 up. And then he's got the Nurgle save.
Alright, so Rodigus is going to attack into the gore. Nulrod hits on a 2 at the moment. Everything hits. Wounds on a 3. 3 negative.
-1, damage 2.
Cool, so these are going to be with the gores with shields. We add 1 to our save, so that's getting negated, so we're going to be on a 5+ save. Saved 1, damage 2?
Yep.
Cool, so it's going to be 4 dead gore.
And then the Fang Maul? Yeah. So D3 hits, attacks.
2 attacks for it. Needs
3s and wounds on a 2.
So 3s to hit, 1 and 2s to wound. Negative.
2 damage 2.
6 up. No, so that's another 2 dead gore.
And it's a Nurglings.
And then hosting Nurglings around him.
So 5. No, 1.
1 hit.
And a 5 again.
Nothing. Cool. We'll fight back with the gore. And the gore fighting back, 4s to hit. It's not bad. And 4s to wound. 3 armor saves on Rodigus. So his base save here. Fails 2, and then his 5-up ward. Saved them both. Alright, so the Black Lord's attacking. First of all, their weapons. So 3s to hit, wanting 6s though. No 6s this time. And 3s to wound. 3 armor saves, no rend, so 4+. Save 1, fail 2. 2 Bestigor go down.
And the bell, so it's only 1 attack, 4s and 3s.
And the bell, 4 attacks. 1 attack. Sorry, 4s to hit, misses.
Foul mouth parts. So
4 attacks for the foul mouth parts. 3s. And what does it need to wound?
3s again.
4, any rend?
No rend, damage 1.
4+. Failed 1. 1. Damage?
Damage 1.
Cool, that's another Bestigor dead.
And
Venomous stings?
4.
Both miss. And that's that. So, Battle Shock. So, Bestigor, we lose D6 -3 from Battle Shock for 1 more Bestigor running. We'll pick this one here. So, we're going to lose D6 +4 gores. So, 5, 9. So, we're losing 9 gores. Alright, so you're going to get your battle tactic for the turn with Monstrous Takeover. So, with that said, it's time for priority. So, alrighty. So, Beast of Chaos got a 3. Nurgle got a 4. Are you going to take the turn?
Yeah, I'll take the turn.
Cool. Nurgle, double turn coming up. Alright, battle tactic for the turn for Nurgle. He's going to go Broken Ranks, picking those 2 poor gore there to kill. And then going into heroic actions, I'm going to try and generate another command point with my Dragon Ogre Shaggoth over there. So on a 4+, I get a free command point. So who's trying to generate the command point?
Yeah, we'll give it to the general.
Yep, general over there on a 4+. He does not generate the free command point. So with that, let's go into some magic. Alright, so before we get into magic, Rodigus is going to heal D3 wounds, just from his ability, so heals another wound.
It's back to 1.
And then let's go into some magic. Roderick is going to use Deluge of Nurgle. Goes off on a 9. I'm going to have to let it through. There's no way I'm stopping it. So 7 dice every 4 plus.
Yeah, 4.
So he gets to pick 4 units that he can see. Alright, so first of all, let's start with the Ungor. Roll a 2 plus and they're gone. They're dead on the Gore. The Ungor Raiders. So 3 of them. And then the Dragon Ogres D3 for 1. And the Shaman over here takes 2. Then Roderick is going to use Foul Regenesis for his second spell, trying to reset that wheel. Fails to cast, or does he get +1 to cast in any way?
No, he doesn't.
No. So Roderick fails that one. So onto this wizard, Flaming Weapons.
Yeah.
He's going to get +1 to cast because he's near Arcane Terrain, so that goes off on an 11. Yeah, you're going to have that one. Oh, you know what? No, I've got 3 casts. We're going to try box cars. Oh, so close. Goes off. Cool. So he's got +1 damage on his sword again. Yep, he's going to use Plague Wind.
Yeah, so he's going to take a wound.
Yep, so you're going to get +2 to cast this time now.
Yeah. So it usually goes from 7.
So he needs 5. It goes off. I'm going to try and stop Plague Wind. So you got, what do you get? 7, 8, 9. So I need a 10 on dice. Do not get a 10 on dice. So Plague Wind goes off. All right, so he's going to hit this unit and the general here. So them D3 mortal wounds on the Dragon Ogres for 1, and then on the general for 1. And so he's cast, so he's going to try and heal D3 for his ability. For healing 3, he goes back to only having taken 1.
So he's back to 1 now.
So he's going to use a Mystic Shield on himself first. Goes off. You can have that, and then you're going to try Favoured Poxes as his second spell.
5.
Goes off. I'm going to try and stop this, so he's getting +2 to cast for that. So what is that? 7, 8, 9. Stopped on an 11. So he does have Mystic Shield though. And with that, that is the end of the hero phase. So we're going to go into movement, and we'll come back after all of it is done. Alright, end of movement. Black Kings have moved forward there. This guy is 3 inch away from the Dragon Ogres, but, you know, wobbly model syndrome and all that. The other Great Unclean one moves up, and we've got the Black Kings moving up here as well. So with that, we're going to go into some shooting. Alright, so D6 attacks from him for 2. 3s to hit. Nothing. And then D6 attacks from the other one for 1. 3s to hit. 2s to wound. Wounds. And so 6+ save on the Dragon Ogres. Fails. Alrighty, so that's it for shooting. Time for some charges. So this guy's going to charge. Double 1s. Oh, he's in though. He was 3 inch away. So the other Great Unclean one, he's going to have a decent sized charge. So he's got 4 and then 3. So he needs a 7 inch charge to get up and over. Which he does, 10, so he's just going to jump on top there. So the Black Kings here, they're going to try a nice big long bomb charge. So, well, it's an 8, they might. End of the charge phase, no monstrous rampages this turn because they're my Hunters in the Heartland units, so no, they can't be affected by them. So, however, we're going to get one from Rotigus. So he's going to try and stomp again. Yeah. So 2+. Nope, no stomp this turn. So going straight into combat. Alrighty, so we're going with this Great Unclean one of the Dragon Ogres. I'm going to use all our defense for a command point. So he's got 4 attacks with his sword, hitting on 3s.
Yeah.
So 4s to hit. Yep, doesn't need it. He chose not to use all that attack. Good choice. 3s to wound. 3. So 3 5-up saves. Actually, oh, we're wholly within cover. No, because I'm already getting +1, so don't ignore me. 3 5-up saves. Saved 1 damage 4 at the moment.
Yeah, damage 4.
So that's going to be painful. So then his Bile Blade, 3 attacks, 3s to hit, and 3s to wound. Negative on this one.
-1, damage 1.
Cool. So I can pretty much ignore the rend on this. So my base save is a 4+. Save 2, damage 1. Take another wound.
And the Nurglings.
5s to hit. 2 hits.
And 4s.
1 wound. 3+ on this one. Failed that, of course. Alrighty, so we're going to go with these Dragon Ogres in here. First of all, the Draconic Crusher. So we're now 2s to hit with the Draconic Crusher. All hit. And then 3s to wound. 1, no rend. Damage 2. Fails 2 ward saves to make. Take 1 wound.
For this one. So.
And then the Draconic Warglaves, 2s to hit. And 3s to wound. It's 5 saves at -1.
So 5s.
And then 5 up wards, just damage 1. Saved them all. And then our Raking Forelimbs, 3s to hit. And 4s to wound. 1, no rend, damage 1. Failed, 5 up ward. Saved. Alright, the Blight Lords into the Bestigor. 3s to hit, wanting 6s. There's 2 6s there though. That turns into 2d6 hits. So 10, 11, 12, 13 wound rolls. And 3s to wound. This is going to be painful. 4+ saves. Oh! I lose 2. Yep, the bell, 1 attack, 4 to hit. Misses. The foul mouth parts next. They're going to need
3s. 3s.
2 go through. Negative.
Nothing, just 1.
So 4+. Save both of them.
And then the sting, so it's 4s and 3s.
1 hit. No wounds. Cool.
That's it.
So the Ungor Raiders are going. They're 5s to hit. And 5s to wound. 1 armor save on Rodigus. Failed. 5 up ward. No, passed. Alright, Rodigus striking back. 5 attacks with his Null Rod. Hits on a 2.
Yep.
And wounds on a 3. Nothing.
Nothing.
Failed more.
D3. So
D3, so 2 attacks.
So 3.
Both hit.
And 2.
1 wound. Rend.
Rend 2, damage 2.
It's just going to kill 2 Ungor Raiders.
And the Nurglings. 4s and 4s.
1.
1.
Nothing. Then we're going to do the Bestigor on the other side of the table there. So we're 4s to hit. And 3s to wound. 3, -1 on the Pascal Blight Kings.
4s.
So, and then 5+.
And then no bit.
No, takes a wound. Alright, so this great unclean one here into the dragon. I go 4 attacks, 4s and 3s with his bell. 3 hits. Two wounds, negative.
-1.
Cool, so 5 up saves on the Dragon Ogres. Failed both damage.
To damage 1.
Cool, that's 2 wounds.
And the Bile Blade. So 3s and 3s.
Saved.
Yep.
And the Nurglings to end it. 5s, nothing. Ungor Raiders are losing D6 plus 1. From battle, they lose 7. 5, 6, 7 Ungor Raiders flee. And so the best scores battle shock D6 minus 2. So we're losing 3. Wait, no. 2, 5, 7. We lose 1. Alrighty, so start of the turn. First of all, we're going to go for battle tactic for the turn. For the battle tactic, I'm going to use Monstrous Takeover. He's going to go and control an objective. And then we're going to go into heroic actions. I'm going to try and heal my wizard over here. He's going to do heroic healing, the Great Bray Shaman. So 2d6, need to roll under a 6. That's an 8, so no healing for me. Your heroic action for the turn. Command point on a 4+. No. So we're going to use this Bray Shaman over here. He's going to use Titanic Fury. 7 to cast. Oh, double 1, that's a miscast. So I take D3 mortal wounds for 2. Dragon Ogre Shaggoth is going to use Summon Lightning on the Dragon Ogres in front of him. That goes off on a 7. So trying to stop it. Stopped on a 10. Last one, we're going to use Mystic Shield on those Dragon Ogres over there. Fails. Primordial Core Points as well. Sacrifice D3 for 1, and then we're going to spend a command point to drop us down to 2, and we're going to gain another, what is that, 1, 2, 3 Primordial Core Points. Alrighty, with that, that's the end of the hero phase, so we're going to go into movement, and we'll come back after all of it is done. Alright, Ungor Raiders are going to shoot into Rodigus, so force to hit. Terrible. And force to wound. 1. Saved. So the Chimera is going to use his Fiery Breath at the General Grain and Clean one. D6 mortal wounds for 3. 3 5-up wards. Take a wound. And then it will be charges. So we're going to charge with the Beast Lord first. Double 1s. He's going to use a command point to give us a reroll there. Into double 1s. Oh! Only going to happen on camera. He fails. Chimera is going to charge 5. Alright, so monster reactions at the end of the charge phase. Chimera is going to use Roar on a 3+. You won't be able to use command abilities on the Plague Bearers. Nope, they can. Rodigus is going to try and stomp on a 2+. No, not again. So I'm going to go with the Dragon Ogres here first. Or, yeah, we're going to go with those Dragon Ogres first. Alright, so we're spending a command point for all-out attack on those Dragon Ogres. So, go Draconic Crushes, hit on 2s, wound on 3s, nothing, of course. And then the Draconic Warglaves, hitting on 2s, all those ones, wounding on 3s, 3 at -1, damage 1. Failed all of them. 5-up wards. Take 2. And then the Raking Forelimbs. 3s to hit. Reroll those 1s. Thanks to being in range of the Shaggoth. Nothing. Didn't matter anyway. 4s to wound. For nothing. Alrighty. So 8 attacks from the Plague Bearers over there into the Chimera. So 4s to hit. And 3s to wound. 3. And he's going to be 5+ saves. Passed none of them. So we'll go with the Dragon Ogre here. So he's got 4 attacks. 3s to hit. And 3s to wound. 1, -1.
5-up.
Yeah, and then a 5-up. Nope, takes a wound. Clawed Forelimbs, 4s to hit. Reroll that 1. 1 hit. And 4s to wound. Wounds. 5+. And 5+. Another one. Cool. Alright, so the Putrid Blight Lords over there. 2 of them into the last remaining 3 Bestigor.
3s.
Oh, that's going to hurt. That turns into D6.
6. So I'll roll that.
So add 1 more dice in. And then 3s to wounds. think I might be dead. 4+ saves here. Yeah, they died. 5 Ungor into Rodigus, 5s to hit. Oh, we got 2 hits. Look at us go. 5s to wound. 1 save on Rodigus. Fails. 5 up ward. Come on, Ungor. Yeah, got him. Shanked him good. Alright, so this guy here, he's got 3 attacks with his sword.
3?
So 3 attacks with his massive bile sword. Hitting on 4s, all hit. This is going to be bad for that Dragon Ogre.
Hitting on...
1.
1.
Ren 2 though. Oof, saved.
We'll get the bile blade, so 3s and
2 hits.
3s.
Negative
Ren 1.
Ren 1, so
Damage 1.
5+. Just failed both, he's dead. Alright, Chimera into the Plague Bearer. So Avian head to start, 3s to hit. And then 4s to wound. 1, this is -3, so that ignores your armor. D3 damage for 2. 2 5-up wards. That kills 2 so far. 3 attacks from the Draconic head. 4s to hit. All miss. 3 attacks from the Leonin head. 4s to hit. 2 hits. 3s to wound. 2 wounds. This is at -1, so 6+. Save 1. The Leonin head is damage D6 for 2. So 2 5-up wards. 1 more. And then the Mauling Claws. 4s to hit. And 3s to wound. 4. No rend, damage 1. So 5-up, 5-up. Save 1, and then 3 5-up wards. So 2 more die. Alright, so Rodigus into the Ungor Raiders.
Actually, he's taking wounds now. Let me just give you attacks.
Alright, 5 attacks, 2s and 3s. 3s to wound. Negative on that one.
Ren 1, damage 2.
Ren 1, so I'm pretty sure that's just going to ignore the armor save of our Ungor Raiders. Yep, so damage what?
2.
2. 1, 2, 3. 6 of them die. And then his other attacks.
D3, see how many we get.
3.
This is the thing more. 3s and 2s.
3s. 1 miss. 2s to wound. Rend on that.
Ren 2, damage 2.
Yep, it's going to kill the rest of the unit. And so this great unclean one here into the Dragon Ogres.
So 3s.
All hit.
3s again.
2 wounds, negative.
1, damage 1.
Yep, so I got Misty Shield up, so that's going to ignore that. So 4+, I believe, or 5+ for Dragon Ogres. Double check. 2 4+ saves. Saved them both. On the bell.
So 4s.
2 hits.
3s.
Rend on this.
Ren 1.
So save them both as well.
Wings.
And the Nurglings, last of all, 5s all miss. So with that, Battle Shock. All right, so he's going to take the Battle Shock test on the Plague Bearers. The only bad thing is rolling a 6 will mean he loses a model, but on a 1, he's going to get models back, so it's worth the risk. 6, worst case scenario, you lose 1 more. Alright, so end of the turn, I've chosen to burn that objective, just because if he gets the turn now, he's going to take it off me. 10 Ungor are not standing against that. So we're going to go into priority for turn 3. Beast Moon got a 5. Got a 3. I'm going to take that double. Alright, so I'm going to pick Broken Ranks. We're going to try and get those Plague Bearers off the table for my battle tactic. And then going into the hero phase, we're going to try and generate a free command point with the Beast Lord on a 4+. I get it. You're going to do the same. Who's going to try and generate it?
Just the general.
General, yep, 4+. Yep, so we've both got the 3 command point. Alright, so this Brave Shaman here is going to use Titanic Fury. So let's see. Goes off on an 8. It's going to give +1 attack to all of his attacks. So 9 on dice to dispel. Stopped. Dragon Ogre Shaggoth here is going to use it on the Dragon Ogre, so we're going to go summon lightning. 6, 7, 8 goes off. You can try and dispel it, needing a 9 again. Nope, so they're going to heal D3 wounds, and they're going to get rerolls to wound. So they're going to heal the wound. And then this Brave Shaman here is going to go with Arcane Bolt. Goes off on a 6, so you can try and stop that. Yeah, 7. And that's stopped as well. So with that, that's the end of the hero phase. Oh, no, it's not. I've got my primary recall point, so we're going to gain 1 for the turn and then sacrifice D3 Ungor +1 for the objective, for the command point. Another 3. Alright, now that's the end of the hero phase, so going into movement, we'll come back after all of it is done. Alright, the Chimera is going to shoot, as we've all done our movement. So we've just moved these Ungor up in a screen in front, Shaggoth's moved up, and we've tried and stand back. The Beast Lord has also moved over there, ready to help kill those Plague Bearers. So D3 mortal wounds to the Plague Bearers. For 3. 3, 5 up, feel no pains. Or ward saves, whatever you want to call them. 1 more dies. Alright, charges. Beast Lord. Let's do this. Come on. 7, he's in. And the Shaggoth is going to charge as well. And so he's in as well. Alright, so both these heroes here are going to do Titanic Duel against each other, and then over here I can't do anything because they're hunted in the Heartlands. Forgot about that last turn, but nothing happened anyway. So with that, we're going to go to the Shaggoth. He's going to attack first. Alright, so Shaggoth, 4 attacks into the Great Unclean One. So he's got his Stormlord Axe, 2s to hit. Oh wait, no, yeah. 2s to hit due to Titanic Duel. All hit. 3s to wound. 3 at -1 on the Great Unclean One. That's 6 damage. So 6 ward saves needed. At 5+. He's going to take 5 from the Shaggoth so far. We've then got D3 +1 attacks from our Sweeping Tail for 3. These are going to hit on 3s and wound on 3s. 2, no rend, damage 1. Pass both of them. And then we've got 3 attacks from our Talon Forelimbs. 2 hits and 3s to wound. 2 at -1. And then 2 5-ups again. Just pass both of them. And you all turn to pick someone to fight. Cool. Great Unclean One's going to attack back into the Shaggoth. So he gets +1 to hit this turn. Bile Blade, 3s.
It's on 2 now.
Yep. And 3s to wound. Nothing. And the bell. So
he's on 3 now.
Yep. 2 hits. Wounds on a
3.
1. Rend.
Rend 1, damage 1.
Cool. Shaggoth has a 5-up save against this. Nope, takes it.
And the no wings.
And 4s. And a 5 to wound. No. Alright, so Beast Lord going into the Plague Bearers. 4s to hit. And then 3s to wound. 2, they just ignore your armor, so 2 5-up wards. So 1 dies from the Beast Lord. So 1 into the Beast Lord. And the Plague Bearer back at them.
3. Yep, so 1 damage.
1 armor save, 4+, saved it. And 8 into the Chimera for the Plague Bearers. 2 hits. 1 wound. saved it. Dragon Ogres into the Great Unclean One. So the Draconic Crusher, currently 3s to hit. And then 3s to wound, re-rolling. Don't need the re-rolls though. 2 no rends. Actually, -1 armor save now due to the Herd Stone. So 1 fails, damage 2, so 2 ward saves. Nope, so it takes 2. And then the Draconic Warglaves, 3s to hit, re-rolling 1s. And then 3s to wound, re-rolling. So he's going to be 4 at -2.
So that'd be 6.
6 plus saves, and then your 5 up wards. Save 2. 2 5 up wards. Another wound on him. Then the Raking Foreclaws. 4s to hit, re-rolling 1s. And then 4s to wound, re-rolling. 3 at -1, damage 1.
5s.
And then 5s. Take another.
Oh.
And then the Chimera is going to go. We're going to use command point, giving it +1 to hit. So it's going to ignore the -1 to hit. Alright, so normal profile for the Chimera, +1 to hit from all out attack. So the Avian Head, 3s to hit. All hit. 4s to wound. No wounds, dang. Draconic Head, 4s to hit. And 4s to wound, nothing again. And we've got the Leonine Head, 4s to hit. Wow, 1. 3s to wound, nothing. Oh, we're not going to get our battle tactic this turn. 4s to hit with the claws. And 3s to wound. Nothing. Absolute nothing from the Chimera. That's going to be the end of the turn. Plague Bearers didn't even lose enough to care about Battle Shock. So you can roll the dice. On a 1, you get D6 back.
Yeah.
Because you lost a model. No. But you don't lose any. So with that, I'm not going to get my battle tactic for the turn. I don't think I'm going to claim the objective off you. Alright, with that, going to go into turn 3 for Nurgle. In a pickle here. Do I burn an objective? You know what? I think I do. I think I burn that to get 3. I was thinking about it. No, I won't burn the objective because the Dragon Ogres all are in range still, plus here, plus there. I think I can keep it. So with that, Nurgle turn 3, let's go. Start of the hero phase, your battle tactic. Alright, so battle tactic for the turn, he's chosen Savage Spearhead. These 3 units here are going to be the ones moving together. As long as they end within 3 inches of each other at the end of the run, he gets the battle tactic. So, into the heroic abilities, we're going to try and heal the Brave Shaman behind the thing. 2d6, heals d3, yes. For 3, so we get rid of all his wounds. And he's going to do heroic recovery on the Great Unclean One as well.
Oh.
2 dice.
Yeah, sorry, 2 dice, yeah.
Goes off, so d3 wounds healed back. 2 go back on the Great Unclean One. Alrighty, so it's the time where we roll a dice for every unit within 5 inches of a terrain feature, 1 inch, of a terrain feature. On a 5+, they have a heal a wound if they're Nurgle, or suffer a wound if they're not Nurgle. So Rodigus, 5+. Nope. This dude up here, 5+. Nope. Angor over here, 5+. Yes, so they lose a dude. Angor back here, 5+. They lose the model as well. The Shaman as well. No. Dragon Ogres. No. Shaggoth. No. Your Great Unclean One with the bell. Yes, he was a wound. So that just disappears on him. He goes back to 10. The Chimera. 5+. No. your my Beast Lord. Yes, takes a wound. And that is... Oh, and then the Blight Lord's there as well.
Yeah.
Yes, heal a wound. Alrighty, so start of the magic. Roddigus, Deluge of Nurgle.
7.
Goes off on 11. You're gonna have to have that one roll 7 dice. And 3. So what 3 units are getting picked? Alright, so Chimera, D3 mortal wounds for 1. The Shaggoth, the D3 mortal wounds for 3. Ouch. And the Shaman for D3 for 1. Yep, Roddigus going for Foul Regenesis.
7.
No. This guy, Flaming Weapon. Goes off. We're going to try and dispel that. So, no, because that equals your result. So, you get it.
He's going to try and cast Plague Wind.
Plague Wind as well.
He's going to take a mortal wound.
Yep, so he's +2 to cast because he's on Arcane as well. Yep. 7, 8, 9. Yeah, you can have Plague Wind. Right, so Plague Wind went off. He's going to shoot it through his own Great Unclean One into the Shaggoth. So D3 heals for the Great Unclean One for 3, and D3 mortal wounds for the Shaggoth for 2. And he's going to heal D3 as well for 3.
Yep. That one is going to heal D3.
For 3. And this one, Mystic Shield again. It goes off on a 7. I'm going to try and stop it. Stopped on an 8.
Cool.
And then he's got his other spell as well. The Poxes, because he's not going to move or anything. He's in combat, so... Goes off on 11. I'm going to try. I've got 1 dispel. Boxcars. No. So one of my units is -1 to hit, wound, and save, and I'm pretty sure you're going to pick that dude.
Yeah.
And with that, that's movement time. So come back after all of it is done. Alrighty, so movement done. Great Unclean One, he's moved up. All these units to complete his battle tactic have ran together over there, and we've summoned in some more Plague Bearers over. Completely missed the little Beast Lord there, so he's just shuffled them back a little bit. All nice and good now, though. So into shooting for Nurgle. Great Unclean One here is going to shoot my Shaman. So D6 attacks first. For 1, -1 to hit.
So 4.
Misses. And then the other Great Unclean One, who's he going to shoot?
I'm going to shoot your general.
Yep, shoot the Shaggoth. D6 shots. 6. Oh dear.
Some 3s. Sorry, he's been bracketed.
3s to wound. That's 4. So all out defense having to be used. He survives. Oh no, does he? His base save is 4. You ran 2, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yep, so he's going to kill him. He dies, gets vomited on and dies. Alrighty, that's shooting. Charges. Do you have any to declare? Yeah, and he's going to charge, so anything but a double 1. I'll show you how to roll those. No, he's in, so piles him down like this. He's actually right here, so he's going to get the objective if he gets there. So, combat. Monster reactions, nothing can happen over there. And however, this guy here can do a monster reaction on them, so stomp him. For D3 mortal wounds. For 3. Alrighty, so who's fighting first?
I'll go for Bill.
Yep, Bell. Alrighty. 3s to hit with the Bile Blade. 3s to wound. 1.
Damage 1. Rem 1.
1 armor save. Failed. And then
the Bill. 4s. Threes. It's round 1, damage 1.
Fail that as well, take 2.
And the no ones.
Nothing. So take 2. That's going to kill a Dragon Ogre. Alright, Beast Lord next, hoping he can reduce those Plague Bearers down. So he is currently forced to hit. So that's actually going to put 2 extra dice in the pile. And then we are 3s to wound. 4 at -1. Actually, no, because you've got 10 or more. -2, so these are just ward saves. 4 ward saves at 5 up. Take 3. Does that drop you down?
I reroll 1s.
Just killed enough, so when the Chimera gets to attack, he won't be at -1 to hit. You're going to pick the other Great Unclean one, though.
Yeah.
So 3 attacks with the Great Bile Sword.
4s.
No, all missed.
Okay. Ball Blade.
3s.
Yep.
And 3s. -1, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, so
No 1 damage.
6 ups. Oh, alright, saved. 5 for the Nurglings. 2 hits.
All no things.
Nothing. Oh, got lucky there. Alright, well, we're going to go with the 2 Dragon Ogres, I guess. Oh, actually, no, we'll go with the Chimera, because your Plague Bearers haven't attacked. Alright, so Chimera, we've got the Avian Head, 3s to hit. No longer at -1. And 4s to wound, 1 at rend 2. So that's just going to ignore your armor save, so D3 damage for 2. 2 5-up wards. Take 1 dead so far. Draconic Head, 4s to hit. 1 hit. 4s to wound. No wounds. The Leonin Head, 4s to hit. 3s to wound. Wounds, -1. So this is going to be a 6+ save. Rerolling 1s. Failed. D3 damage for 1. So 1 5-up ward. And everyone dies. And then we've got 6 attacks on 4s from our Mauling Claws. And 3s. 1. No rend. So 5-up rerolling 1s. Saved. So 3 attacks into the Beast Lord over here from the Plague Bearers. 2 hits. 3s to wound. 1. Saved. And then 3 into the Chimera. 4s to hit. 1 hit. And a 3 to wound. 5+. No, takes another. Alrighty, Dragon Ogres attacking, so we are 3s to hit. And 3s to wound with our Draconic Warglaves. He's going to be at rend 2 on the Great Unclean one. So 5 at -2.
So it'd be 6.
6+ save. Save 2. And then your 5+ ward. No, take 3. And 6 attacks from the Raking Forelimbs. 4s. And 4s. 2 at -1. And then 5-up wards. Take another. And the Ungor here into the Great Unclean one. 4s to hit. And 4s to wound. 1 armor save on this Great Unclean one. Alrighty. With that, Battle Shock. So I've lost 4 Ungor from that unit. So 5. I think I'm actually fine. No, I thought I passed 1, but Ungor a Bravery 4, so I lost 1. So Plague Bearers can't lose any, but on a 1 they get models back. No. Dragon Ogres lost 1. They're Bravery 6, so on a 6 they lose another model. No, they're fine. And then these Ungor over here lost some as well, but they were near the Herdstone, so they are immune to Battle Shock. And so, end of the turn, he's going to burn that, gain 3 victory points, popping him up to 9 to my 6. You also got your Battle Tactic as well, so it's actually going to pop you up to 11 to my 6. Rolling 4 priority. Beasts got a 1. Oh, 1. I get to break ties, so Beast of Chaos are going to take it. Alrighty, so Beast of Chaos turn. Let's start with our battle tactic. Battle tactic wise, we're going to go Savage Spearhead. So we're going to have 2 of my units in your territory at the end of the turn. Think I can do that. Now into Magic proper, we're going to go Tendrils of Atrophy from this Brave Shaman here. Goes off on a 7.
Yeah, I'll try and get rid of it.
So you need an 8 on dice. No. The other Brave Shaman is going to go with Mystic Shield on those Dragon Ogres. Goes off on 11, so you can try and stop it with Boxcars. Double 6. Oh.
Halfway there.
Alright, so I gained a command point as well. We forgot our heroic actions. So he's generated, the Beast Lord has generated a command point, and then he's used Finest Hour here for +1 to save, +1 to wound. So with that, that's the end of the hero phase. We're going to movement, and we'll come back after all of it's done. Alright, so movement's pretty much simply done. We've just summoned a Jabberslayer. That's it. Time to go into some shooting. The Chimera is going to shoot the Plague Bearers. So D3 mortal wounds on them. For 2 mortal wounds on the Plague Bearers, 2 5-up wards. Nope, 2 die. And then that's it. So charges. Jabberslayer is going to charge. Got the 9. He's in. Alright, so combat, we're going to go with that Jabberslayer first. So he needs 3s to hit with his Vorpal Claws. And 3s to wound. 4, -2.
So that'd be 6.
So 6 ups. And so it's going to be 2 damage. And 5-up ward. Of course. Then we've got 1 attack from the Spike Tail. Hits. Wounds. This is -2 again, so 6-up save. D3 for 2. And another 3 mortal wounds as well. Nope. So 5. Alrighty, so Great Unclean One going to go 3 attacks from his Bile Blade into the Dragon Ogres.
So he's +1 to hit. So, yep.
2. So I am currently negative. No, I'm not, because you killed the model that had that. So saved 1, failed 1. Take a damage.
And the belt.
Forced to hit. Yeah, forced to hit.
Yep.
And then 2 to wound. 1. And failed that. So damage on the bell.
1.
Yeah, so 2. And then your Nurglings, 5s to hit.
Come on, Nurglings.
And 4s to wound.
Yep. 1.
1 armor save. Failed that as well. Take 3. So Ungor into the Great Unclean One. 4s to hit. And 4s to wound. 1 armor save. -1. Failed. Failed. Take a wound. Get shanked by the Ungor. Alright, so 2 attacks from the Plague Bearers into the Chimera. Both hit.
And 3s.
1 wound. 5 up. Saved. 2 into the Beast Lord. 1 hit. 1 wound.
Yep.
1 armor save. Fails, I'm pretty sure. Yep, fails. And so the Dragon Ogres go. Needing 3s to hit. And 3s to wound. Oh, 5. Now these are at -3 technically. 1 for the Herdstone, 1 for their Rend, and then 1 for Tendrils of Atrophy. So 6+ armor save. Only has it thanks to Finest Hour. Fails them all. So these are all 5-up wards then. So take 3. And then the Talon 4 limbs, 4s. And 4s. 2 at -2. So these are 5-up armor saves. And then 5-up wards. Take another. So 3 attacks from the Great Unclean One into those Ungor. Forced to hit. 2 hits.
3s.
Yep. 1. Rend.
2, damage 3.
Damage 4. He still has flaming weapons, so it kills 4 of them. And then
The bar blade. So
3 attacks.
And 3s.
2 6-up saves to make. No. Angora gone. Alright, so Beast Lord, let's go. 6 attacks from him. It's going to put an extra dice so they all hit. And 4 at -1. So 6 ups.
Real on 1s.
No. And then 5-up ward. No, 4 die from him. 1 left for the Chimera to kill. Can it actually do it? The Blight Lords into the Jamaslai Riders to start with. So that's 3 hits, but 1 of those explodes into D6. So that literally is the roll there. That's it. So needing 3s to wound. Nope, nothing.
Nothing. The bell.
Yep, the bell. 1 attack. Hits.
And 3s. Yep.
Wounds.
No, I need to find out the bell actually.
I think I just saved it. Saved from the bell. So
Foul mouth parts. So 3s and 3s. So for 1, damage 1.
Yep, take a wound.
And the venomous sting. 3s. Oh, 4s.
Just 1 hit.
And 3s.
No. On a 4+, you take a mortal wound back, which you do. So 5-up warp save, which you do. Alright, Chimera into the last Plague Bearer. So 3s to hit with his avian head. All of them hit. 4s to wound. 1 wound. This is going to be Rend -2. D3 damage. 2. Fail 1, 5-up. He's dead. Got him. And with that, it's end of turn. The Beastie Chaos did not do enough this turn. Unfortunately, with that dying, I'm now going to lose this objective. Rodigus and all that can come over. It's game going into Maggotkin of Nurgle's turn 4. The Beast put up a fight and we did some cool things. The Beast Lord, when he got in, actually was pretty cool. But it's just going to be the Great Unclean One sweeping through my backline now. So, victory to the Maggotkin of Nurgle. Good game, man.
Cheers, mate.
Well, thank you all for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Also, while you're at it, why not come chat more with us on Discord? We've got a link in the description of the video below to our Discord server. You can come chat with me and other members of our fine little community here at Sinful Gaming. Lastly, we'd like to give a shout out to everyone who helps support the channel in various different ways. First of all, to our Patreon members, Christian Weir, James Soren, Chaos Spawn, AJC, Kenny Lowe, Outer and Shot First, James Crowder, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Fee, Tim Newman, The Rising Ape, Cure Dynamic, Agu, Anthony B, MJ, and Dyna226. Thank you to, as well, our YouTube members, Green Roots Gaming, Fire Titan, Steve T, The Real Zeot, Chris Wallace, Turai12, Vinny, and Loch Lorick. And a special thanks to our artist who does all the channel art for us, Lady Witchfox Art, thank you very much. And to our Discord moderator, Xmorphic, you do a fantastic job on Discord for us as well. Thank you all, everyone, for watching. If you'd like to help support on Patreon or YouTube member or help support the channel in another way, you can do so by following one of the links in the description of the video to Patreon or YouTube members, or go buy some Sinful Gaming merch from our Teespring store, also linked in the video's description. That's it for today, everyone. Thank you again. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.